I made 2 orders from DK Oldies. This one, I used my name. This one was under a secret shopper's name and a different address. So we're gonna see if there's any differences in what I got versus a random buyer. This is the first time I'm opening up the box. I have not looked to see what is inside. So you get to experience it right along with me. So far, great packaging. So we've got a couple PlayStation 4 controllers, a Switch Lite, and a PlayStation 4 Slim. The PlayStation 4 Slim is in acceptable condition, and the Switch Lite is in good condition, or good system. I'm assuming that means good condition. On this side, we have the testing notes. We've got functionality confirmed, internally serviced, cleaned by 7, and condition is good. So this would be the Switch Lite. And here's for the PS4. Functionality confirmed, thermal paste replaced, we'll be checking that. Clock battery was replaced and it's in acceptable condition, cleaned by AL. All right, let's check this stuff out. So we've got some power cables, or power cable, HDMI cable, this is brand new. Okay, that's cool. And we've got controller cable, and okay, 3 controller cables. Now we have a Glacier White controller and a special edition Darth Vader controller. So let's check out the Glacier White first. Okay, this is in actually really good condition for what it is. I mean, it's got some wear spots there, but it feels very clean. Thumbsticks feel good. So I don't know, this controller feels good. And here is the special edition controller. Okay, what do we think? This one, the screws are a little grimy, but I mean, it's a used controller. I don't expect it to be in like pristine condition or anything. So this, in my opinion, is actually in not too bad a condition. So this one, there's another controller in here. I only ordered 2, and this controller is also in here. And it is just the black controller. It is kind of the newer style controller. It's got the gray buttons here, and it's also in decent condition. So it looks like they sent me an extra controller. Is this because this is a TronicsFix order, or did they just make a mistake? And now we have what looks like, yeah, we got the charger for the Switch Lite, and it looks to be in decent used condition. Okay, and the Switch Lite. We've got 2 layers of packing on this one. 3 layers. We've got the bubble wrap, and then we have a plastic bag. Okay, that is pretty good packaging in my opinion. And this is a yellow Switch Lite in good condition, according to what I bought. And it actually does seem to be a Switch Lite in good condition. Let's plug it in and see if it works. Okay, it did show a charging icon, and it is starting up. Let's see if it was reset. All right, and it was. Okay, I'm gonna get this set up and we'll test the game cartridge, but overall, this is in really nice condition. Let's see if it'll read a game. And there we go, it does. Now, as I was testing this, I remembered an email exchange I had with DK Oldies. They sent me an email saying that in a recent order, they realized that they don't have one of the things that I ordered, the Star Wars Darth Vader controller. So they offered me a Battlefront 2 wireless controller with a refund of $10, or a refund store credit with a bonus credit. I said option number 1, please, and they said they would let the shipping department know, blah, blah, blah. But maybe that's the reason they sent me this extra black controller, just because they didn't want me to complain about not getting something that I ordered in my order. Now, before we get to the PlayStation 4 Slim, these are all the items and the prices I paid. For the Switch Lite, I paid $169. The PS4 Slim, I paid $154. The white controller, $54.99, and the special edition controller, $59.99. Now, all the prices are always controversial. Quite a few things, in my opinion, are overpriced. Some of them not so much, but as long as you get what you pay for, that's the main thing in my opinion. I just realized the black controller's for the PlayStation 4 Slim, so they did not give me an extra controller. That's for the PS4 Slim. I don't know how I missed that. Either way, let's take a look at the Slim now and see what we think. I'm gonna take this one apart and check out the inside since it's supposedly in acceptable condition, but let's see if they actually replaced that thermal paste like they said they did. The PS4 Slim also, in my opinion, is packaged pretty well. This is how stuff should be packaged, with bubble wrap around the item, and then packaging also around the items in the box, like the packing peanuts. Okay, and this is our acceptable condition PS4 Slim. And honestly, it's in my opinion, pretty good condition. Definitely has some chunks taken out of it here, but that's not in too bad a condition at all. I'm happy with that as an acceptable condition PS4 Slim. We do have a crack right here too, so this makes sense. But let's first turn it on and see if it works, and then let's take it apart after that. Okay, and power. Okay, does come on. We got a blue light so far. PlayStation logo on the screen, that's good. Okay, and this one has been all reset. Let's see if it'll play a disc. Okay, the disk drive takes it in, and it spins up totally normally. So the outside of this PlayStation 4 Slim is working. It's functionally working. Let's check out the inside. Okay, I got the hard drive screw out already. And then the hard drive looks fine. Wouldn't expect that to be a problem. Now this definitely has been opened up before. The warranty sticker is missing. So now we got to figure out what all they did, if anything. Okay, and here is our first look at the inside. It has been wiped down, you can see. I mean, that's good. Probably maybe with some sort of spray, but they did clean it. That's good to see. And this all looks really clean. They did mark where the black screws go. Okay, let's take off the top cover. See how that looks. A few marks on the plate, but nothing too serious. All right, let's get this thing taken apart further and see what else they did. Okay, and with the power supply screws out, we can remove that and see how we're looking. Not bad. Got a little dust on the power supply connecting prongs here. No big deal though. Pretty minor thing, but this cable was not routed through the channel it was supposed to be in. Again, not a huge deal, but something that was done a bit incorrectly. Okay, and with the screws out, we can remove this top plate. Do we have all the thermal pads? We do have all the thermal pads. That's impressive. Now we just need to remove the APU clamp. And then we can see if they actually replaced the thermal paste like they said they did, and if they applied the perfect amount. And look at that, they actually did replace it. We've got thermal pads where they need to be. These two here, a little bit of excess thermal paste over here. But overall, this is exactly what they said it was, with one exception. And if you look on the board, you can see it right now. Yeah, that's the CMOS battery that they replaced. Not sure what happened here. This should be over here, so we'll have to fix that up. That's weird. Because the tabs on the holder are broken. That's why. So there are little tabs, one tab here and one tab here, that hold this battery down, and those have been broken. Unfortunately, even though they did technically replace the CMOS battery, they also broke the holder, so the battery just fell out when I removed it. Actually, the battery would have fallen out probably right after they installed it. Ah, that's a bummer. This was going so well, too. Okay, well, I need to replace this, and then we'll get this thing put back together and check out the secret shopper box. So to fix this, I'm gonna heat from the bottom side right here and right here. That's where those mounting pins are on that broken battery holder. As I heat this, those pins the solder will melt on them, and then I'll be able to remove it. Once that's done, I can install the new one, or the replacement. It's not gonna be new, I'm gonna use a donor one. Okay, that's one pin done. Now the other side, and there we go. All right, and this is the board with that battery holder removed. So I'm going to flux it up, put some flux on these two pads right here. Then I'll add some solder. There we go. Then I'll come in with the replacement, just like that. And then we'll solder the other side. There we go. And I'll just do this side again just for good measure. Make sure it's soldered on solidly. Okay, now with that done, gotta clean it first. Flux is pretty sticky, so I like to clean it off. Okay, now we can install the new battery, just like that. I'm gonna get this PS4 Slim put back together off camera. Overall, I can say that I'm pretty happy with this order other than the CMOS battery replacement. That's something that I feel like anyone doing refurbishing on these PS4s should be able to do, and the fact that they broke it doing it is rather disappointing. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with this order. But this is the order that they knew that I was buying. They knew this was going to TronicsFix. They likely knew I was going to make a video out of it, so they probably put in the best products. Now let's open the box from the secret shopper and see how those products look. And here we have the secret shopper box. And so far, same packaging, good. Okay, that all looks good so far. So we have a PlayStation 4 20th anniversary controller and a PlayStation 4 Slim Gold system. This is a good condition system. Here we have the functionality confirmed, thermal paste replaced, clock battery was tested but not replaced, so hopefully this one isn't broken, and it was cleaned by 213. So here we have probably cables, controller, second controller, more cables, and the PlayStation. We've got some nice long cables, brand new HDMI and brand new system cable. And this should be the controller for the PlayStation 4 Slim that we've got. And I've got to say, this is in really good condition. So good so far. And this is the 20th anniversary special edition controller. And it is also in pretty good condition. All right, looking good. Now we have the PlayStation 4 itself. Packaged really well. This had like 3 or 4 layers of bubble wrap, so that's nice. And we've got some scratches on the top, but not too bad. It's really hard to see these on camera, but there's some scratches there. The warranty sticker has been, it looks like moved, so moved enough to get it out of the way. The hard drive door isn't broken or anything. Okay, so this really doesn't look too bad so far. But let's get it apart and check it out on the inside. I just noticed there's something kind of funky with this top piece. There's like something over here preventing it from moving down all the way. You can see there's kind of like a bump right there. Maybe not a big deal, we'll see. Let's just take this top off and see what it is. Okay, here we go. And we just got a broken clip right here. Not too big of a deal. Okay, no worries. And so far, the inside looks fine. Let's open the bottom cover, see what it looks like under there. And this actually also looks fine. Okay, let's plug this thing in and start it up and see if it even works. Okay, and power. Okay, good. Okay, we do have a display. While it's checking the status, let's see if the disc will go in and spin up. Okay, the disc spins up fine. It looks like it's going to a normal display after it restarted. Okay, and there we go. So functionally, this seems to work fine. Let's take a look at the inside and see if it looks better or worse than the one that I purchased under the TronicsFix name. And power supply comes out. Everything looks good so far. All right, and with all those screws out, we can remove this top plate. And what do we find? All of, so all the thermal pads are here. This thermal pad, that's not right. So this thermal pad is doubled up. This thermal pad is not there. Unless, no, actually this one probably just fell off. I think we're good. Okay, no worries there. This one is a little out of place. Same with this one, but not too bad. Okay, now we'll get the clamp off and see what it looks like under that. All right, and with the clamp off, we can see how the other side of the board looks. We do have new thermal paste. We have thermal pads where they're supposed to go. And this looks pretty good. Now they said they didn't replace the CMOS battery. Let's just see how much voltage is in it. We've got 3 volts, okay. They even did replace the thermal paste on this one, and while it's definitely not the perfect amount, it's still a pretty good amount. So this PS4 Slim is clean, it works, everything's there, including all the thermal pads. The CMOS battery, like they said they tested, is good. So far, this is a pretty good experience. We need to check one other thing though. We got a bunch of controllers. Let's test them and see if any of them have stick drift. Okay, we've got the 20th anniversary DualShock 4, and we have not really any stick drift. Those buttons work, those buttons work, those buttons work. All right, so this one's looking good. Let's test the gold controller. All the buttons work on that one too. The Glacier White controller, also good. The black controller, no problems. And the special edition Star Wars controller, no problems there either. So out of 5 controllers, all 5 didn't have stick drift? That's actually pretty impressive for used controllers. So out of all of this stuff that we bought from DK Oldies, there was one product that had a major problem. That was the CMOS battery holder. Other than that, honestly, my opinion is these are pretty good products. Now the price is still a bit high in my opinion, but as long as companies are sending out what you paid for, I think the price is a personal choice. So the question is DK Oldies turning a corner and stepping up their game? I really hope they are, and this video gives me hope, but let me know your experience in the comments. If you want to see a very similar video I did, but with GameStop, I'll put a link for that video up on your screen now so you can come hang out with me over there and see the difference between what I bought and the secret shopper bought at GameStop. Thanks so much for watching today, and I hope you have a good one.